have a bit of unfortunate news. It seems as though I mixed up my lice treatment and my treatment to give lice. Last time we were giving you a lice treatment, so I may have given you a treatment that gives you lice, which means you have lice. Sorry about that. Really truly my bad. I need to read my labels more often, but it gives us an excuse to give you another little checkup today, although I am seeing quite a bit festering on top of your head right now, so maybe a little bit later than I would have wanted, but that's okay. We'll start with putting on some gloves. I laid out all my equipment from my brown bag. I just put it on the table. I thought kind of makes life easier. And do you ever have a fear that like if you sit on a toilet that like a clown is gonna like drag you down and drown you in the toilet? Or that like a snake was like living in your toilet and then it like is gonna bite your ass? Or like if you like have your feet not under the covers, then like monster's gonna get them. I sort of got a new fear, and it's where I'm scared that my brown bag of my supplies, that something is living in there, and it's not unjustified. I have evidence, but maybe I'll share with you another time. Let's start with our combs. We have both of them today, Goth and Femme, and we will start along the hairline. I'm just moving the hair piece by piece, looking along to see what I can see, to see if perhaps this is where the lice are residing, but I do see colonies on the top. I'm just getting a view of how dramatic these lice truly are, you know. Perhaps they are only living on the top of your head to show themselves off, to rub it into our faces. Or maybe the top ones are merely a disguise for how many really truly lay underneath the surface. So that's why I'm taking a look along the hairline and just understanding your hair a little bit better. How have you been doing? I feel like it's been so long since I last saw you. I heard that you got hair highlights. Yeah, well, they were just semi-permanent. That makes sense. I was gonna say, if they were permanent, then that there wasn't much change, but it makes sense that they're semi-permanent, Let me go a little bit deeper on the scalp. Oh, you like my ears? Thank you. No, they're not fake, they're real. I actually got a surgery done by someone here at the school. No, you would maybe know them. They're in our science class. Yeah, the one that talks a lot. Yeah. Very loud. It's okay though, we all got our quirks. Except for me. I think I lost out on a little bit of my quirks. Perhaps God forgot. Alright. Looking pretty normal. Your hair is looking like dry pasta noodles. Not dry in the sense that your hair is like straw and like dry. I meant it as like if the meatballs were lice, your hair is meatballless pasta. Butter noodles. Butter noodles aren't dry. They're just not meatball-y. How have you been feeling? Yeah, being single is a hard transition when you're like so used to relying on somebody for so long and like counting on somebody to give you comfort and help and stuff, and then they're just not there anymore. That makes sense. I'm like shedding. Okay. I think I'm gonna start trying to pick out some of the lice that are on the top, just so they don't try to escape. Got this selenite bowl that I'll be using for collecting, and tweezers. Some of them are hiding. It's a little tricky. Put the bowl down. Just on the surface here. Sort of like divers on the surface of the ocean. Plucked one by like some sort of god or deity. You're the ocean, I'm the deity, yeah. Oh, they're like jumpers. Oh, here's one. Oh my gosh. They really like to pump it up, pump the jam. They're like little spider monkeys. Do you see that one? It's like right in your hair. It's right. Wait, where'd it go? Aha, it's right here. Try and get it with my fingers. I was trying to hide. I have a bit of a knot right here. Yeah, just a little one. Wonder how this happened. Huh. I can fix it another day too. My goodness. The tweezers are seemingly difficult. They help get them actually out of the hair though, because with my fingers, my fingers are a little chubby. harder to get them actually out. The tweezers aren't strong enough to not let them escape. Sorry if I pulled at all. Perhaps the tweezers are a little bit harder than necessary. Of course, your hair is so long, so a lot of it to muster up the courage to deal with. Mustard is such a fun word. Mustard. What a good word, and what a good color for a condiment. More food should be yellow. Like, what's another yellow food? Maybe bananas? I'm rewatching Drag Race season 16. So that's the only yellow thing that's coming to mind besides Nubia. Okay, it's honestly not too bad. I'm quite impressed with the lack of lice. Let me just take a deeper look with my light and this little fluffy fluff wood pick. Alright, let's take a look. The light really helps me. Oh. Definitely one right here. It looks a little bit bigger than the others, perhaps. The light really helps. Oh, there's one, but it's trying to escape. Where did that one go? It looks... There we are. Okay. Let's check over here. This side. See what I can see. I hear a few falling. I think they're jumping because they see how scary I am. They're intimidated by my coolness, which, fair enough, I would be too. Sorry about giving you lice again. I know it's not your favorite thing to have to deal with. Of course, it's not many people's favorite thing, but I know that you have lice trauma. But really, that's what brought us together, so It's kind of beautiful in a way. I've got chopsticks. Are you excited about Valentine's Day? I know you have those fun plans with that party. I know, I'm so excited, although it sucks I can't catch all of it because I've got that date, but yeah, I'm being secretive about it. What can I say? But yeah, I'm very excited to be able to go to the party after. I just think, like, why don't more people celebrate the day of love with their friends? Because, hello, platonic love can be a lot more stable for a lot of people. So, that's my opinion. I'm also noticing you have a little gray hair right here. Do you want me to pluck that? Cool. Just grab my tweezers. There. Don't know. It's not really all that. There we go. It's a little gray hair. But just grab this. Pin your hair over there. That's not a very good pin job. In fact, that was quite a poor pin job. This is looking horrendous. Who's doing this right now? I can hear them. I can hear the remaining lice screaming, "Please spare me! Please, won't you spare me?" And you wanna know what I'm screaming? Never! I'm screaming never! Under my umbrella. Gorge. Gorge. Struggling to find the remaining little fellows. They've gotta be in there. My lice senses are tingling. That kind of implies that I was bitten by a lice and I'm like a lice man. If I have lice senses, like Spider-Man has spider senses. And perhaps I do. I've got my classic pink fuzzy unicorns. No, pink spoolies. And with these, I'm just sort of scratching around, seeing if I can irritate any of the lice. Okay, I did just throw a spoolie onto the ground like a dum-dum. Please forgive me for my foolishness. Okay, I'm not getting anything with this. absolutely nothing. Another way that we can perhaps bring them to the surface is with this kitty scratcher. And look. Look how long it is. This thing is like needlessly long. But I can shrink it, don't worry. So it's just this little handheld scratcher. Start along the hairline, as I tend to do. Go a little bit deeper. Going behind the ear now. Other ear. Sort of raking your hair as if I were a farmer in the fields. Oh, to be a farmer in the hair fields, growing wigs for all. Hopefully this delightful head scratch makes up for the fact that I did in fact give you lice. Perfecto. And to squish any lice who are still remaining, I have this Derma roller. It's got a bunch of little teeny tiny spikes. Let me see if I can count them really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Times 2 is like 30. 30 times what was the original number? Like 10. I think there's like 300 little spikes on here. Good thing, because if there was only 290, the critters would escape. So I'm just going to be parting and rolling. This is how I exterminate. I was always really scared of the exterminator and Aunt Bully. I found him frightening. Which I think most people did. I think that's like the point, is he was scary. He was the villain. I think I could be a villain. I mean, in a way, we're all a villain in somebody else's story, right? Like, let's say I'm in the supermarket and I'm really craving a mango, and another person's in the supermarket and they're craving 52 mangoes. And then I have to break the news that I bought the 52nd mango already. They could only have 51. This would cause a real conundrum in their 52 mango plans. So, therefore, I am the villain of the 52 mango guy. You know? What are we but villains in everybody's 52 mango story? Saga, even. And the best part about this Derma roller is with its 300 needles, it will create tiny traumas in your head. And not the kind of trauma that most of us have, not like daddy issues. It's like little teeny tiny, not even punctures, but just like irritated tiny dents in the head, and that will cause the blood flow and your body to go, hey, we need to help the scalp. So it'll send little dudes to come along and rebuild the trauma, and with that will cause healthier and happier hair. So really, this is like, really getting lice was a blessing. Maybe you should even thank me. Maybe. I do have the treatment here. This time it does in fact say lice treatment, not treatment to give lice, which is very important to read that fine print. I'm just going to be applying this to the head, but honestly, I doubt they could have escaped the grasp of the 300 needles, so I think that we're good. Just getting a fair amount on my brush. Did you just hear Mr. Frederick cough in the other room? Because I think that's what that was. I think he has enoma, you know? Yeah, that thing that makes you like, starts with a P. Anomia? I hope that you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I've heard that that's what's been happening. Either that, or he sold his lungs so he could pay off his debts. Oh yeah, Mr. Frederickson has massive debts. You haven't heard about that? He lost all his money horse gambling. It's unfortunate. I hope Mr. Frederickson stays alive. He's my least favorite teacher, and if he dies, then my second least favorite teacher, Mrs. Gloria, is definitely going to be knocked down a peg, and then she becomes my least, and that just sucks, I don't want to knock anyone down to be my least favorite. Mr. Frederickson's already there. Actually, he's probably one of my favorite, to be honest, but I would never admit that. He's just chill, But he's also, it brings out my villain in me, to make fun of him. Going back to that villain story, I'm just a villain today, I guess. I'm in my villain era. Giving you lice, hating on Mr. Frederickson, even though really he's a pretty chill guy. Maybe it's the ears. They're making me like, they're making me French. I'm becoming French. And that's why I'm becoming evil. Guys, this is crazy. This is crazy. I think that's enough. gonna massage this into the scalp. I'm hungry, but I already ate breakfast, so I don't know why I would be hungry, you know? What do I have to eat? Oh, I have leftovers. I have tofu and sweet potatoes, which is kind of boring, but I'll still eat it and be happy. Does your head feel okay? Is it itchy in any spots? Oh, maybe over here? Yeah. There was a little fellow hiding out, trying to take a bite out of ya. Feeling good? I mean, you're looking good. Good. Well, I'm not entirely sure if you're lice free. I forgot about the emotional support object of the day. Oh my gosh. And it's a really good one too. It's this really ugly Bowser. It's very weird. I'm not entirely sure why he's green, like in the slightest. Because the rest of him's yellow, you know? Like, what happened to his mouth? Anyways, he's very ugly and very weird, but I kind of like him in a way, you know? He's comforting. And you could even roll around on your head. Yeah, he was the emotional support object of the day. Bowser, what do you think? Are there any more lice in there? Bowser says no. This is great. Let me take off my gloves because my hands are sweating. Could you imagine if when did this happen? These are not fingerless gloves. These are normal fingered gloves where my fingers are supposed to be. Look at that. I was gonna say, could you imagine if our sweat was made of milk, but this is way more pressing. I can see you. I can literally see you right now. And these are my favorite pair of gloves. I mean, yeah, they're just like every other white vinyl gloves that I have, but I'm really disappointed because I liked these ones, you know? I guess that's life, though. Sometimes you're the villain, and sometimes you puncture a hole in what you believe to maybe last forever. But I guess nothing does it? Except for our friendship, of course. Thank you for not biting me and punching me to the ground, for giving you lice, because honestly, that'd be a fair enough reaction. I'd be doing the same thing in your case. I'd be punching and kicking and screaming. Maybe not. But so dramatic, I feel. And I'll see you later. And if you're itchy, don't call me. Just kidding, you can call me, and hopefully I can solve the problem, because like, I am truly sorry. It was my fault. But what can I say? I'm in my villain era.